Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. I was tagged by the lovely Shelleen of Shelleen's The Coloring Book Nook to share with everyone the 5 coloring supplies I would have with me while quarantined. And I'm not sure who started this tag, but I do know that it is like the companion to the Influence Colorist tag of your 5 books in quarantine, which I did do a video of, and I'll put a link to that video if you're curious about the 5 books I picked. And just to let you know, for any channels I do mention in my videos, I will provide the links to their channels down below in the video description. So we'll go ahead and get started with my first coloring supply. It's going to be my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils, and I have them all in my BTSKY colored pencil case, which holds 160 slots. I have them all in here along with a pencil extender, my backup pencils for the ones that are really short. And I do have some colorless blender in here. I have a sharpened one, but I have it somewhere else. My white and black is also in a separate bag, which I'll show you guys later on. But out of all of my pencils, this is the one that I would want to take with me. These pencils are the one that I am the most familiar with, the one that I know I can use on a majority of my books, especially the Amazon Create Space coloring books, even though it'll take me a while in that kind of paper. And as long as I have my colorless blender, I think it should be okay. And also because I have backups to this set, I won't have to worry about running out of a color. Okay, so this is my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. So my next one is my Faber-Castell Albrecht. Again, it's housed in the BTSKY colored pencil case, and I believe this is the 120 set. And I was trying to decide between markers and these Albrechters, and I decided to go with these because a majority of my coloring books are double-sided, and I think with my coloring books that have one-sided illustrations, they are able to take watercolor as long as you are capable, as long as you are careful with how much water you apply. And yeah, so you can see that I didn't use it that much, but it's because my husband gifted this to me just this past Christmas, and I've been using it since, so I've been having a lot of fun using them. So yeah, I really need to have these with me while quarantined. So this is my Faber-Castell Albrechter. Okay, so my next coloring supply I would need with me are these plastic cutting board sheets that I cut up to size and use behind the page I am working on. These are a must for me to take because not only do they protect the next page, but if you have like a double-sided illustration, it does prevent the inks from those pages imprinting onto each other. And yeah, I really need these, especially if I'm going to be using pencils a lot. So and watercolors. And yeah, you can find these as a 2-pack at dollar stores, which is where I picked these up, and I just cut them up to fit a lot of my books. So the next one is a must-have for me. It's my Derwent Super Point manual pencil sharpener, and out of all the sharpeners I have, this is my only manual one. It's the only one I've tried. I researched other people's YouTube, their reviews of pencil sharpeners, and I decided to get this one, and I've been happy ever since. Before this, I've always used the handheld ones like the Coom or the Teagle. They were good, but I don't know if it's because of the way I'm sharpening it, or if maybe if my hand is moving around. But you know, I think the grips on these manuals really help keep the pencil straight as you sharpen. So that is why, you know, like, this sharpener is the one I trust to use with my colored pencils, especially the Prismacolor Premier pencils, because those are the ones that are like really soft and can break easily, and those are the ones that, especially when using a handheld sharpener, was hard for me to sharpen. So just having this one is a must for me. I took this with me when we went on vacation to Las Vegas, so I put this in my luggage, and yeah, I had to bring this with me. So yeah, so this is the Derwent Super Point manual pencil sharpener. And for my last supply, I am kind of taking Shelleen and Kate from Kate's Coloring Heaven, their lead in adding my pencil case for the little bits of coloring supplies. Oops. But now this case, I take this with me and I stick it in my coloring bag, which is this one, which I purchased from Michael's for $4.99, I think. I remember I bought that like 2 years ago. I remember being enabled by Jen from Reading with Pugs when she was sharing, I think, her bag from one of her videos from 2 years ago. And like, once I saw that bag, I went out and bought it. So it's been useful for me because, you know, since my son has pretty much taken over my room for school conferences with his teachers and for band and everything, I've been having to take a lot of my coloring supplies with me to other rooms or just to go downstairs to the living room. So this case is always with me. So I'll go ahead and show you what's in this case. In the front, right over here, I have my favorite pen, which is the Mitsubishi Uni. I don't know if it's 0.38. It's a really pointy pen, and I really love how these write. They last for a while. And I also have tags just in case. I'm trying to finish these up because these don't stick that well. It's like coming apart easily, so I'm trying to use those up. And then inside, in this first case, I have my water brush. This is the Arteza one, and I'm taking this with me instead of my Kuretake medium point one. I have my, this is the detailing paint, or not paintbrush, but our water brush. And the medium size, I don't know what happened to it. I misplaced it. I'm not sure. So I have to find that one. So I've been taking this one with me. And I also have this, which is a makeup brush. It's the e.l.f. brand that I keep in my bag for any dust on my coloring page. This one is actually for my sharpener whenever I have to clean it out. And I love this Tombow Mono Zero eraser. It's like a mechanical pencil. And then I have my Derwent eraser, and I just have a new one in here, so I don't have to replace it anytime soon. So that's in the first case. Let me stick that back in there. And in the middle, this is where my colorless blender is, my white and my black. So I always end up using my white and my black from my Prismacolor to use with other pencil sets. I really love the white and black from the Prismacolor, so I take these with me. And then If I'm going to be downstairs for a while, I take the stickles with me if I know I'm going to be just like laying it down to dry, because stickles take a while to dry. So I only take one, because the diamond one, if you stick it over like a colored area, you can still see the color underneath. So yeah, so I picked the diamond one to always take with me. I love the Kuretake Zig. This one's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it's running out. You have to shake it a lot just to get the glitters evenly distributed in the liquid. But I like to use these. They dry fast right after you lay it down, so they add a really nice shimmer, especially to pages where they're double-sided and you can't use stickles on. And I also have several white pens. It's not a white pen here. So I have my Posca pen. These Posca pens, and just a little tip before using it, shake it really well to have a really opaque white, because there are times when I'm like in a hurry and I just shake it like quickly and then start laying it down, but you can still see the white line or the black line, so you have to really shake it really good. And I bring two types. I bring the Sakura Jelly Roll White and the Uniball Signo White, because depending on the paper, depending on the pencils you're using, one gel pen works better than the other. I don't know why, but that just always happens for me. I'm also have my Jelly Roll Stardust. This is the clear. I was actually influenced by Imogen, the coloring kid. I mean, I've always had this in my cart, but I've never went ahead and, or it's always been in my wish list. I've never put it into my cart to buy until I've seen like Imogen and her praises for this pen, and I really love how her colorings come out, especially with these Stardust pens. So I picked myself up and I've been using that. And I also have my metallic silver and gold. Never know when you'll need that. And then I also have my Pigma. This is a Sakura brand, and FB is a fine black point. And it's I like to use this for when you're coloring eyes and the pupil, the black part of the eye, it becomes washed out. I use this to blacken it up, and also for eyelashes, because it can be fine and it's bendy, so you can make it bold. So just for the eye, the iris part, and then for the eyelash, so you can make it as bold as you want or as fine as you want. Like the Hannah Lynn's, when you're coloring like the hair and the eyelashes, like in the hair part, this is good to use to color it back in. So yeah, so this is everything that's in my pencil case. And this one, yeah, all week it's been coming with me along with my bag. I don't use the pockets so much because last time I used my pockets, it's probably how I lost one of my water brush, but I'd end up with like broken pencil tips and stuff. So I decided to just keep it all in here. I keep it on in the side, fits, and then everything else fits in here. But this is not part of the supplies, I guess. I can't fit anymore. So that's it. These are my 5 coloring supplies while in quarantine. We have my Prismacolor Premier, my Faber-Castell Albrecht, these plastic cutting board sheets. I have my Derwent Superpoint manual pencil sharpener, and my pencil case with all my small coloring tidbits I carry with me. And yeah, so that's it. Shelleen did tag me, so I'll go ahead and tag T from T's World of Coloring, because, you know, she said she would if I tag her. And I would also like to see what the Influence Colorist would have as her 5 coloring supplies if she hasn't done this already, especially because, you know, she's the originator of the tag for the 5 coloring books in quarantine. And yeah, and if you have a YouTube channel and haven't been tagged yet, I tag you to share what you would bring. And for everyone else, you know, please let me know in the comments below. It's really a lot of fun to know what other people would bring. So I want to thank Shelleen for tagging me. It was a lot of fun trying to figure out what the 5 would be, and I want to thank you all. Thank everyone for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please take care, keep safe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Happy colorings.